This episode of Sportz Viz brought to you by TUI Tech for all your computer, printer repair, networking, and IT support needs. TUI Tech, a proud supporter of BIIF football. TUI Tech, located on the corner of Kawailani and Kinaole, next to Aloha Island Mart and Shell. Aloha, welcome to Sportz Viz on Week 4 of the BIIF football season. First up, BIIF visits Honokaha. Sophomore QB Falk underneath the center for the Dragons. Hands off to Jardine. Gets strung out. Pakanko with the takedown for loss. Rodriguez hands off to Lanford. Runs into a crowd on the right side. Cuts back left. Finds an opening. Big pickup for BIIF. First down. Rodriguez gives to Devin Preston. Straight up the middle. Finds an opening. Nice pickup. Preston in at QB, sort of a wildcat formation, if you will. But D-tackle Ramus shoots the gap, takes him down for a loss. Falk with a handoff to Vaoga. Finds some running room, cuts back inside. Nice pickup for Wayne. Falk hands up to Purdy Jr. Chunlai and Hano. Tackle for loss. Falk to Vaoga. Splits tacklers twice for a big gain. Rodriguez with a handoff to Preston. Vaoga jumps him from behind, knocks the ball loose. Kamehahha is going to come up with the fumble recovery for the Dragons. Another handoff to Vaoga. This time Sakona, Pakanko there, tackle for loss. Epines in at QB, going to run the option with Vaoga. Makes the pitch, but Pasco Brown, Castro make the stop for a big loss. Epinesa drops to pass, going to be under pressure. Sakona or Chunlai look like they might drop him, but he's going to toss to Vaoga at the last minute. Going to be stopped by Pakanko and Castro about the original line of scrimmage. Hand off to Epinesa, but he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Nisa and Preston in on the tackle. Falk back to pass for the Dragons. Fires over the middle, finds Vaoga. Good pickup. First down, Dragons. Falk back to pass once again. Feels some pressure. Scrambles, tucks it, finds some running room. Gets out close to a first down. Once again, Falk goes to the air. Firing deep, but Pasco Brown comes down with it for the Warriors. Rodriguez with the snap, Swift with the blitz for the Dragons, gets to Rodriguez first, then he gets some help from his teammates to bring him down for a sack. Rodriguez with the pass to Alvarez out in the flat, but he's met immediately by Jimenez, gets some help from Kealoha. Little or no gain on the play. Falk hands off to Ibanez. Fakes inside, breaks it outside, finds some running room. Picks up a big gain for the Dragons and a first down. Falk under center. Sakona's going to shoot the gap, get a hold of Falk. Ball's on the ground, scramble. Sakona comes up with it. Fumble recovery, turnover for the Warriors. Rodriguez can take the snap, keep the ball in the read option, and pick up enough for a BIIF first down. Hand off to Preston, but Gascon and Kaono there. Tackle for loss. Hand off to Preston. The guard and tackle work a good cross block there. Open up a big hole. Preston finds it. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Waiakea. Devin Preston. Falk with a handoff to Vaoga. Right up the middle. Breaks some tackles. Another big pickup. First down, Dragons. Felipe drops the pass, looks over the middle, finds Pasco Brown for a big pickup and a first down. Felipe back to pass, Lindsay with the blitz, hits him from behind. Ball falls forward, incomplete pass. Falk with a give to Epinesa. Finds some running room, cuts back inside. Green ahead. Going to be tracked from behind by Pasco Brown, but not before he picks up big yardage for the Dragons. Hand off to Epinesa, but Cadavona and Pretoriano with the stop for the Warriors. Falk takes the snap, looks into the end zone, doesn't find a receiver, tucks the ball, tries to get it in himself, going to be stopped just short. Rodriguez takes the snap, drops back into the end zone, almost gets tackled, scrambles free. Big pickup for Rodriguez. Falk drops a pass under pressure, falls on the ground. Dragons recover, but Quintoriano with the sack. Rodriguez hands up to Preston. Looks like they have him hemmed in behind the line, but he breaks free, finds running room down the right-hand sideline. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Waiakea. Epinesa in the pistol formation, drops to pass, going to feel the pressure. Fong gets there first, going to get some help from Dietz and Nakayama to drop him for a loss. Epinesa in the pistol formation again, looks to pass, feels the pressure, scrambles, cuts back inside, finds an opening up the middle of the field. Big pickup, ball's loose, but it was ruled down by contact. Falk at QB, fires into the end zone. Correa comes up with the pick. Warriors go on to win the game, 15-0 over the Dragons. Next up, Kona visits Kamehameha. Replogle going to kick deep for the Wildcats. Ball hits the ground, picked up by Aganis. Looks for running room. Miyahara Young cuts his legs out from underneath him. Kamehameha starts deep in its own territory. Brandonhausen going to take the snap for the Wildcats. Look for Cameronhausen in the flats, but Sharoma there, tackle for loss. Replogle in for the 46-yard field goal attempt. And it's good. Hilo hands off to Teofilo, finds some running room up the middle before being dragged down from behind by Chapa. Ellis takes the snap, pitches to Ellis Noah, finds some running room on the left-hand side. Close to a first down. Howes with the pitch to Ellis Noah. Haka Davis right in his face. Penaku over for the exclamation point. Tackle for loss.
16.
Brandon Howes drops the pass. Drops it into the hands of Chase Takaki. Big pickup for the Wildcats. Howes with a snap. Looked like they're trying to get it to the slot coming across, but Baptiste there to blow the play up. Fumble recovery for the Warriors. First down. Kamehameha going to get the ball out to Sloan. Going to pick up a few yards down the sideline. Now he's going to get the ball to Miyahara Young coming across from the slot position. Chase Penaku there to take his legs out from underneath him. Tackle for loss. Honokaha hands off to Teofilo. Finds some running room. Could have picked up a bunch more if Miyahara Young there hadn't knocked his legs out from underneath him. Kamehameha with a handoff to Teofilo, but Makoa Chapa, Koabaski there. Tackle for loss. Kamehameha drops the pass, gets the ball out to Kawamoto. Good enough for a Warrior first down.
7-yard line.
Handoff to Teofilo. Going to work his way through the defenders. Find some open ground, take advantage of some good downfield blocking by Uitaki and Kawamoto. Big pickup for the Warriors first down. Kamehameha drops to pass. Fires over the middle, finds Kawamoto, takes it down inside the 10. Warriors looking to punch it in. Teofilo's hit and spun by Yamaguchi, stopped by Moyog, short of the end zone. Wildcats from deep in their own territory. Howes drops to pass, blitz by Penaku, sacked by Penaku. Kona looks to run the counter, but Binion, Nadei, and others there to put a stop to it.
The ball to the 26-yard line, first and 10.
Howes drops to pass, looks downfield, finds Cho, dragged them from behind. Big pickup, first down Wildcats. Howes drops to pass here, finds Medeiros. Open sailing into the end zone. A little look for the Sportz Viz camera. Shows us the ball. Gotta love it. Touchdown Wildcats.
2nd and 10.
Another handoff to Teofilo. Once again, Yamaguchi, Chapa there for the stop.
Teofilo carrying the football.
Going to go to the slow-mo on this one. I thought the refs missed a call here during the game, and in looking at the video, seems to confirm that. Howes is going to scramble under pressure, work his way down the sideline. Right about here, it looks like he steps out of bounds. Right there. When you slow it down, you look at the geometry, I'm pretty sure he was out of bounds. Should have been called out of bounds, but he keeps working his way downfield. Agonis there pokes the ball loose. Jerome is going to get on it. It's going to be a turnover for the Warriors, but I think he should have been called out of bounds way back upfield. Jerome in at QB, hands off to Teofilo. This time it's Yamaguchi and Baski on the tackle. So again, the Warriors trying to punch it into the end zone here. Hand off to Teofilo, but met once again by Yamaguchi with some help from Chapa. Another attempt at getting it in the end zone. Moyog, Chapa, Yamaguchi there to prevent the score. Warriors settle for a field goal attempt. Uitaki in for that. Look at about a 27-yard attempt, and it's good. Howe going to swing the ball out to Cho. Going to pick up a few yards before being tackled from behind by Burt. House back to pass, going to look over the middle for Kamehahha Young. Shiroma steps in front of the pass, picks it off. First down, Warriors. Another handoff to Teofilo, this time big number 66, Edmund in there to stuff the play. Tackle for loss. Wildcats deep in their own territory. Howes fakes to the right, swings it out to the left. Ellis Noah. A lot of green in front of him. Shiroma misses an ankle tackle. Ellis Noah with some surprising speed for the bowling ball frame, but takes it into the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. Bubba Ellis Noah. Honokaha drops to pass. Under pressure. Scrambles, tries to find some running room. Almost taken down by Medeiros. Finally going to be run out of bounds by Ava and Luando. House with the inside handoff to Ellis Noah. Lots of running room right off the back. Big block on the backside by Takaki. Looks like Ellis Noah might be hemmed in down around the 5-yard line here, but fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. Gets that immediate assist on the cramp from Brandon House's QB. Handoff to Teofilo. Cameron Howes in there to take his legs out from underneath him. They were doing that all night. Very effective.
Hilo carrying the football.
Howes going to drop the pass, going to get some pressure on the outside from Davis. Going to be dropped by Burke with some help from other defenders. Sack for the Warriors.
Jimmy Burke and Maka Davis in on the sack.
Kamehahha drops to pass. Going to be stopped and dropped. Howes and Edmund in on the sack. Howes running the read option there, decides to keep the ball himself, finds some running room, uses his speed to stay in front of the defenders, takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats, Brandon Howes. Wildcats threatening again. This time they're going to hand the ball to big Makoa Chapa, who's been doing serious work on the defensive side of the ball all night. Going to give him a chance to taste the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. Shiroma back to receive the kick from Raplogo. Bounces it off his chest, but picks it back up on the one hop. Finds some running room down the left-hand side. Big pickup for Shiroma. He's having a good night tonight. Shiroma in at QB. Keeps the ball himself, runs into Chapa, gets a little help from Edmund, tackle for loss. Shiroma drops to pass, looks downfield, but Kamehahha Young there for the interception.
Chase, making up. No, Kamehahha Young.
Howes drops to pass, looks downfield, finds Luka Vartic. Kawati saves the touchdown.
First and 10 at the Warrior 40-yard line.
Wildcats looking to run a reverse to Takaki, but Redwell, Caleb Baptiste, big tackle for loss there. Howes drops to pass, looks downfield, fires. Good defense there by Kekahuna. Howes takes the snap, drops the pass, feels some pressure, finds a bit of running room, takes it down the sideline. First downs and out of bounds. Howes drops the pass, fires over the middle. Penaku steps in front of the pass for the interception. Let's check out some highlights from the Hilo versus HPA contest. Ellis under center for the Kamakani, rolls to his right, gonna lob the ball downfield, find Gillens. Kamakani first down.
And it's complete. Number 10. Jones there
Kamehameha unable to score a touchdown on this trip into the red zone. Settle for a field goal attempt by Perry. About a 32-yard field goal, that's good. Kelly at QB for the Vikings, going to hand off on the counter to Spikes. Finds some running room. Big gain up the middle of the field, Tristan Spikes. Kelly with the inside handoff to Kuali'i. Ko gets there first, tackle for loss.
And Hilo tries to run it up the right side. Number 29.
Kelly's going to keep the ball himself. Gillen's going to come up from his position in the secondary, make an ankle tackle at about the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback keeps it, runs up the left side. Kellen Gillen's there on the...
Kelly looking to pass. Feels some pressure from Paleshi. Scrambles downfield. Gets down close to a first down.
19-yard line. Blum and Greenbaum.
Kelly running the option. Early pitch to Spikes. Runs through a tackle. Gets down inside the 10. Vikings looking to punch it in the end zone with linebacker Josui Ma'a, but Keely Mai, Bobby Lum, and others get there and stop the scoring attempt. HBA from deep in their own territory. Ellis gets it out to Gillens, who gives the Kamehameha some breathing room.
Gillens on the right side. Able to get down to about...
Ellis fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, fires over the middle, finds Gillens, his favorite receiver on the day, for a first down.
That's Gillens one more time.
Ellis drops to pass, rolls to his left, looks downfield, finds Gillens.
And one more time.
Once again, big day for Gillens as a wide receiver. Not a lot of running room for Bobby Lum today, a lot of 2 to 4 yard carries, but this was one of his bigger runs of the day, about a 10-yard pickup for a first down.
And picks up a Kamehameha first down to the 40-yard line.
And once again, the Kamehameha want to go to Bobby Lum, but Mike Williams and Holani there, tackle for loss.
And there's a handoff to Lum.
Ellis drops to pass, under pressure from the corners.
And Cole keeps it.
Breaks free up the middle, picks up a first down for the Kamehameha.
Takes out a Hilo defender. And able to get down right at the first down.
Kelly with the handoff to Spikes, but big Keenan Greenbaum knifes in, tackle for loss. Kelly's going to keep the ball, look for some running room, but once again, Big Island heavyweight wrestling champ Keenan Greenbaum on the stop. Ellis with the draw to Lum, who finds a bit more breathing room than he has all day. Nice pickup for the Kamehameha, first down. Ellis, little wide receiver screen out to Gillens. Gets enough for the first down. This is going to be a planned run. Ellis is going to keep the ball, but Ho'olani slices through and drops him for a loss.
On the right side. Loss of 1 on the play.
Ellis with the pitch to Lum, but Williams, Fahiwa there, tackle for loss.
And there's a pitch.
Kelly drops to pass. Rolls out away from some pressure. Bobby Lum, Gaugen, tackle him, ball's on the ground. Lum comes up with it. Turnover, first down Kamehameha, deep in Hilo territory. Ellis drops the pass, fires downfield, looking for Perry. Mahoy there to break it up. Good pass defense. A Honokaha in at QB for the Vikings. Hand off to Spikes. Greenbaum slows him down. Bobby Lum finishes him off. Tackle for loss.
Pulled down by Bobby Lum. Loss on the play.
Tuikao, hand off to Spikes, and this time Greenbaum gets him wrapped up. Tackle for loss.
Big 77, beating Greenbaum all over that play.
Okay, we're going to go to the slow-mo for the first part of this play just so we can see it, because it fakes us out at the camera position a little bit. A Tuikao drops to pass. Peleshi with the rush, gets up, blocks the ball. Actually comes down with the interception. And a lot of green in front of him. Good speed for a big kid. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Kamakani, Nicky Peleshi.
Nick Peleshi knocks the ball out of the air and takes it in for 6.
Tuikao fakes the handoff. Pulls it, keeps it himself. Finds some good running room, picks up a first down for the Vikings.
It's enough for a first down.
Tuikao drops to pass. Finds Kona on the slant. First down for the Vikings. Tuikao with a handoff to Spikes on the counter. Lots of running room, and then once the Kamakani get a hold of him, they just can't bring him down. He just keeps those legs churning, keeps the pile moving forward. Big pickup for the Vikings. Tristan Spikes.
Down to the 10-yard line.
Again, Vikings looking to get it into the end zone here. Tuikao looking for that slant once again, but excellent defense by Perry there. This time a Tuikao fakes the inside handoff to Spikes, pitches it to Kuali'i coming around the outside, into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings, Avon Kuali'i. Ellis handing off to Lum, looking for running room, getting strung out. Finally Polk and a number of other players bring him down for limited gain.
Able to pick up a couple.
Ellis back to pass, rolls to his right, looks downfield, once again finds Gillens. Another Kamakani first down.
And a flag on the play.
Ellis fakes the handoff, drops to pass, under pressure, finally dropped by Chun Fat for the sack.
Ellis scrambling for some room. Loss on the
with a Tuikao in at QB. Donovan Kelly playing slot and running back. Big pass play here. Good pickup. First down Vikings. Another handoff to Spikes. And good running room right up the middle. Picks up about 6 yards.
pulled down.
Tuikao to pass. Looks over the middle. Jordan Cogden on the slant. First down, Vikings. And it worked so good the first time, they went right back to it. Another slant. Once again, Jordan Cogden. First down for the Vikings. Vikings unable to score a touchdown on this trip into the red zone, so they're going to settle for a Takayasu 29-yard field goal attempt. It's up and it's good. Once again, trying to get Bobby Lum some running room, but Haile Mahoy, their first, gets some help. No gain on the play.
Be a second down.
Ellis drops to pass, looking once again to hook up with Gillens downfield, but Mortensen makes an excellent play on the ball, comes up with the interception for the Vikings. Tuikao, inside handoff to Kelly coming across from the slot. breaks a couple tackles, finds some running room, picks up a first down.
There's a run up the left side. That's good for a first down.
Ellis drops to pass. Going to look over the middle for Peleshi. Poke steps in front of it, picks it off. Interception, first down, Vikings.
Intercepted. And Hilo's going to take over.
Honokaha drops to pass for the Vikings. Fires over the middle. Ball's tipped. Peterson steps in front, picks it off. Turnover, first down, Kamehameha. Ellis drops the pass, but Williams, Salazar, and Holani call a meeting at the quarterback and pick up the sack. Honokaha hands off to Kelly. Peleshi there, shuts down the outside lane. Lum, tackle for loss. Honokaha inside handoff to Spikes. Finds big running room. Right up the middle, touchdown Vikings, Tristan Spikes. Down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Kamehameha looking to tie the game up. Ellis goes out to Gillens. Works his way downfield. Kamehameha first down. Abilum, another draw, running hard all day. Picks up a Kamehameha first down.
Late handoff to Lum.
Ellis drops the pass. Once again, Williams and Salazar call a meeting at the QB. Another sack for the Vikings.
There's a sack by the Vikings.
Ellis going to drop to pass. Under pressure, scrambles, going to be brought down from behind by Hilo's speedy defensive end, Mike Williams. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Ellis drops, looking to find that tying score. Goes deep for Hoosier, but Mahoy's there to find the errant pass. Gets the interception. Vikings go on to win 18-10. Check out the action from the Kealakahi versus Keau game. First down and 20 for the Cougars. Tadao back to pass. Under pressure, scrambles, works his way back across the field. He's going to end up picking up about 18 of the 20 yards before Kealakahi finally brings him down. Good effort. Inspired by Tadao's efforts, Cougars go for it on fourth down. Handoff to Casada. Looks like he stopped, but he bulls his way through. Pops out the other side. First down, Cougars. Kaimi with the handoff to Kurashige. Finds running room right up the middle. Picks up 10 yards. Kealakahi first down. 3rd and 1 for the Wave Riders. Kaimi to Kurashige. He's going to be brought down behind the line. Short of the first down. Wave Riders running out of the eye. Kaimi with the give to Tilfus, but Hong among others there. Tackle for loss. Wilson with the pitch to Weber. Finds some running room. 13-yard gain and a Wave Rider first down. Wilson with the inside handoff to Levy. Going to be stopped by Chan. Tackle for loss. Wilson drops to pass, decides to keep it himself. Lots of open green, takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders, Kaimi Wilson. And working with the roster deficiency here. Don't have a roster, and there's no roster online for KL right now, so I know who I know. If I don't, I'll use your number. Tadao looks downfield, scrambles, fires, finds 24. Nice pickup, first down, Cougars. Cougars in punt formation. Ball sent deep. Weber catches it. Finds some running room on the left-hand sideline. Brought down from behind, but not before a big pickup by Danny Weber. Tadao back to pass, fires over to the sideline, finds his receiver number 3 for an 8-yard pickup. Once again, Tadao looks for a receiver, finds number 3, picks up a couple extra yards, close to a first down. 4th and 3. Tadao's going to keep the ball himself, roll out, dive for the sticks, pick up the first down for the Cougars. Tadao drops the pass, fires over the middle, finds number 24. He splits the defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Kurashige with the pitch, looking for running room on the outside. Looks like Donner corrals him for little or no gain. Wilson drops the pass. Looking for Broberg, overthrown. Ball's picked off. First down, Cougars going the other way. 2nd and long. Tadao drops the pass, finds the receiver coming across, but met immediately by Corpuz. Little or no gain. Tadao drops the pass, little swing out to Justin Quesada. Picks up a block, turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars, Justin Quesada. Tadao with the inside handoff to number 9, but Tilfus there to blow the play up. No gain. Wilson drops the pass, looks downfield, changes his read, finds Kaakimaka. First down, Wave Riders. 3rd and long. Wilson, little swing pass to Weber, but the defense right there. Limited gain, 4th and long. Tadao deep in his own territory, under pressure, scrambles, finds Quesada at the last minute. Nice pickup, first down for the Cougars. Tadao drops the pass, looks over the middle, finds number 24. Enough for the first down. Tadao back to pass again. Looks over the middle, once again finds 24. Better ball security though. Weber rips the ball loose. Garcia gets on it. Turnover, first down, Wave Riders. Wilson with a handoff to Weber. Gets behind Ellie, picks up a couple blocks. Out close to a first down. 2nd and short. Pitch to Weber. Cuts back inside, picks up a block, takes it down inside the 10. Handoff to Tilfus, but Donner there with some help to stop him for little or no gain. Handoff to Weber, looking for running room on the outside. But he's going to be strung out and eventually forced out of bounds by Donner at the line of scrimmage. Wilson drops the pass, rolls to his left, fires into the end zone, finds Kaakimaka with the touchdown, catches the ball with his knees. I guess he keeps it off the ground and gets the score. Tadao drops the pass, fires over the middle, finds one of his favorite targets, number 24. Cougar first down. This time Tadao with the inside handoff on the counter to number 9. Finds some good running room. First down for the Cougars. Tadao back to pass again. Steps in against the pressure. Avoids the sack. Finds a receiver downfield, number 24 again. Big pickup, first down Cougars. Wilson Pitch to Weber. This time Chan gets into the backfield, tackle for loss. Wilson drops the pass, looking for Kurashige out of the backfield, but he's met by the DB and can't hold on to the ball. Good defensive play. Kadau drops the pass, looks for Quesada over the middle, doesn't see Tilfus lurking. Tilfus steps in front, picks off the ball. Nothing but green in front of him, takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders, Keanu Tilfus. On the ensuing kickoff, Wave Riders go deep. Ball's taken by Justin Quesada. Looking to pick up some blockers. Working his way through the defenders. Finds an opening down the right sideline. Gets it out to about the 45-yard line. Good field position. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Good out. Swings out to Quesada, looking for running room. Doesn't find any. 4th down. Kadau with a pitch number 9, looking downfield like it's a halfback option pass. Doesn't see any receiver, tucks it, works his way downfield. Good pickup for a 1st down. Wilson with a handoff to DeMello. Finds running room up the middle, takes it out close to a Wave Rider 1st down. Wilson with a mix-up run that's into his own teammate. Brought down for a loss by Hong. Wilson going to swing the ball out to DeMello. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Kadau back to pass. Finds a receiver. Picks up another Cougar 1st down. Latter part of the game. Kadau looking deep. Broken up by Garcia. Kealakahi goes on to win 21-12. And now for some JV action. Kona versus Kamehameha. Warrior QB Pagan going to keep the ball, looking for running room. Going to be dropped for a loss by Grace. Handoff to Kalili. Tackle for a loss by Kaleohano. Pagan drops to pass, looks downfield, finds Evans Dumoulin for the TD. Handoff to Kelly Colillo. Going to be dropped for limited gain by Cordero. 4th and 3. Kelly Colillo going to try the right side. This time he's going to be swarmed by a host of Warrior defenders. Tackle for loss, turnover on downs. Wildcats with a handoff to Ellis Noah. Coming around the end. Going to be tackled by number 23. He's not on the roster, unfortunately. Fleming Nazara drops to pass, fires downfield, finds Kane, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. Going to take it down to about the 10-yard line. 1st down, Wildcats. Hand off to Kelly Colillo after a botched snap. Finds some running room on the left-hand side, cuts back inside, takes it down to about the 1-yard line. And the Wildcats let Kelly Colillo finish it off. He takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kona. On the ensuing kickoff, it's a short kick taken by number 23. Finds some running room on the right-hand sideline, breaks a tackle, keeps working his way downfield inside the Wildcat 25-yard line.
Laptop that can use a firewire, that's the...
Pagan back to pass for the Warriors. Fires over the middle. Kikugawa with the interception, stays on his feet, gets some return yardage out to about the 20. 1st down, Wildcats. Pagan running the option, should have made the pitch to 23. Instead, he gets dragged down hard by Rodriguez for about a 3-yard loss. Pagan swings the ball out to number 23, but Grace there. No gain. Pagan back to pass, scrambles, tackled by Santos Johnson. Ball comes loose. Vieira could have had the TD, but Chapa falls on it instead. Touchdown, Wildcats. Pagan drops the pass, finds a receiver. Good defense by Rodriguez with some help by Kamehahha. Pagan drops the pass, pressured by Santos Johnson, scrambles. Santos Johnson from behind with a tackle, forced fumble. Ellis Noah on the recovery, first down Wildcats. Fleming Nazar with the pitch to Kelly Kaleo. Dalili coming up with a big stop. Inside handoff to Grace. Eludes a couple of would-be tacklers, but tracked down, drugged down from behind by 23. Pagan drops the pass, fires over the middle, but Kelly Kaleo playing a little defense now with the interception, taking it down inside the 5, first down Wildcats. Wildcats trying to punch it in the end zone, inside handoff to Grace. Omori drags him down from behind, tackle for loss. Fleming Nazara fakes the inside handoff to Grace, keeps the ball himself, finds an opening, gets it into the end zone, touchdown Wildcats. And up to Gallego. Santos Johnson blowing up the play, getting some help from other defenders, tackle for loss. Another handoff to Gallego. Penetration by Santos Johnson. Big stop, tackle for loss. Warriors to punt. Short line drive. Fielded by Yamaguchi. Breaks one tackle. Finds some running room. Takes it down inside the 5. First down, Wildcats. Ellis Noah in at QB for the Wildcats. Fakes the handoff, keeps the ball himself, bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Number 9.
Gone back to pass, looking downfield, finds Khalili, down by contact at the Wildcat 40. Pagan drops again, fires downfield, hooks up with 23, takes it down inside the 15. Pagan back to pass, feels the pressure, scrambles, finds some running room down the left-hand sideline, takes it down to the 1. Pagan under center, going to keep it himself, drive straight ahead, pick up the TD for the Warriors. And our final game of the show features Kealakahi JV versus Keao JV. Got no rosters and no clue for this one. Nice swing pass out to number 10, going to find some running room. Take it out for a Wave Rider first down. Wave Rider QB drops to pass. Doesn't find a receiver. Tucks it, goes, picks up another first down. Inside handoff for the Wave Riders, but the Cougar defensive line there, tackle for loss. Wave Rider QB going to keep the ball himself, look for some running room on the left-hand side, but going to be driven out of bounds after a short gain. Wave Rider QB swings the ball out to receiver, gets hit, ball's on the ground, recovered by the Cougars. Coug QB drops the pass, under pressure, looks to scramble, going to be swarmed by the Wave Rider defense, tackle for loss. Wave Rider QB rolls out, nice pass on the run, finds a receiver, big pickup, works his way down the sidelines, inside the 15. Little bubble screen out to the slot here, but number 80 is going to come over and stop the play for little or no gain. Once again, Wave Rider QB rolling out, making a real accurate pass on the run. Receiver gets inside the 10, first down. Another short, accurate pass for the Wave Rider QB. Running back works his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kamehahha. Wave Rider QB drops to pass, gets a little pressure, remains calm, keeps his eyes downfield, finds a receiver, puts it on the money. Big pickup for the Wave Riders, first down. Another bubble screen here. This time the Cougar defense there able to stop the play for a little gain. Another bubble screen here for the Wave Riders. Number 10 finds some running room, runs over a couple players, gets down inside the 20. Wave Riders looking to punch it in. Handoff up the middle. Cougar defense swarms, tackle for loss. Wave Rider QB drops the pass, feels some pressure, scrambles, drug down, fires the ball at the last minute to number 5, bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders. Inside handoff to number 5, looking for running room. Number 43 there, shoots the gap, brings him down, tackle for loss. Little bubble screen was working all day for Kamehahha. Might as well stay with it. Swing it out to number 5. Going to work his way downfield, take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wave Riders. Wave Riders threatening again. QB finds a receiver inside the 5, stopped short of the goal. Wave Riders looking to punch it in for a TD. Inside handoff, but big number 54 there for the stop. Kamehahha QB drops the pass under pressure. Big number 43 gets there first for the sack. Kamehahha going to a different version of that little screen, but well read by the Cougars this time. Little or no gain on that play. Out of the I formation, pitch to the tailback, but he's going to be tracked down by number 50 for a big loss. Cougars looking to pass from deep in their own territory, but QB is going to be brought down by number 52. Wave Riders passing. A little crossing pattern this time, something different than that bubble screen. Nice pickup, almost a first down. Wave Rider QB drops to pass, feels some pressure, keeps the ball himself, finds lots of running room. Finally tracked down by the Cougar defense inside the 10-yard line. Kamehahha looking to put more points on the board. But number 43 is going to blow up this play. Kamehahha goes on to win 30-0. Tune in next week for more exciting Big Island sports action on Sportz Viz.